What does your future look like after 70? If you could quietly peek 10 or 15 years into your future, would you want to know how strong you'll be? Whether you'll still be walking outside, cooking your own meals, remembering names, and laughing with people you love. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine an ordinary day in your late 70s or early 80s. Are you walking to the local shop? Sitting at a table with family? Watering plants in the garden? Or do you see yourself mostly in a chair, depending on others for the little things? Many people over 70 share the same quiet fears. Losing independence, becoming a burden on their children or partner, facing a sudden health crisis that seems to come out of nowhere. If you ever had those thoughts, you're not alone, and you're not weak for feeling that way. But here's the hopeful truth. Science has found clear signs that, taken together, can give us an excellent idea of how long and how well we might live after 70. These signs are not about having perfect health. You can have a diagnosis, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, and still have strong signs of resilience and longevity. What matters are the patterns in how you move, think, connect, and recover. They act like little windows into how your body and mind are really doing behind the scenes. In this video, we'll walk through 7 powerful signs that quietly predict your future health. And more importantly, we'll talk about what you can do starting today to shift those signs in your favor. As you listen, don't judge yourself. This is not a test. This is gentle information to help you protect the years still ahead of you. Just notice where you are right now and imagine what one small step could look like, a step that your future self might look back on and say, "I'm so glad I started then." Sign 1, your walking speed. The first sign is surprisingly simple: how fast you walk. Researchers sometimes call walking the 6th vital sign, especially in older adults. We measure blood pressure, temperature, heart rate, and now, walking speed. Why? It quietly tells us how well your muscles, heart, lungs, nerves, and brain are working together. In many extensive studies, older people who walk a little faster, not rushing, just a steady, confident pace, tend to live longer, stay more independent, recover better after illness or surgery. Think of Mary, a 74-year-old grandmother from Ohio. At her yearly checkup, her doctor asked her to walk down the hallway at her usual pace. It wasn't a race, just her usual walk. The year before, she moved slowly, shuffling a bit, eyes on the floor. She was afraid of falling. She avoided walking outside unless necessary. But a few months later, a neighbor invited her for a short daily walk. They started with just 5 minutes around the block. Some days, Mary didn't feel like it, but she kept going because she liked the company. By the time her next checkup arrived, something had changed. She walked down the same hallway more freely, arms swinging naturally, head up, breathing steady. Her doctor smiled and said, "Mary, this tells me more than any single blood test. Your body is still strong enough to carry you through life." Your walking speed reflects. Leg strength. Can your muscles push you forward easily? Balance. Do your nerves and inner ear keep you steady? Heart and lungs. Can they keep up with your movement? Confidence. Are you afraid of falling? Or do you feel reasonably secure? If your walking has become slower, painful, or very tiring, it doesn't mean you're done. It means your body is sending you a message. I need a bit more help and attention. The good news? Walking speed can improve at any age. You can start with short daily walks, even inside your home or down the driveway. Use a cane or walking stick if it helps you feel safer. Practice gentle leg strengthening exercises, such as sitting and standing from a chair. Wear supportive, comfortable shoes. Even 2 or 3 extra minutes of walking around your home, a shop, or the garden, repeated day after day, add up over weeks and months. Every step is telling your body, we're not finished yet. Keep these systems working. Sign 2, your grip strength and everyday strength. The second sign is how strong you are in daily life, especially in your hands and arms. You might have seen those little devices in clinics that you squeeze to test grip strength. Doctors like them because they give a quick picture of your overall muscle health. But you don't need a machine to get a sense of it. Ask yourself, is it harder to open jars than it used to be? Do shopping bags feel much heavier than they did a few years ago? Do Do you struggle to push yourself up from a chair without using your hands? Do you feel tired just from hanging up washing or carrying groceries? In one study from the UK, older adults with stronger grip strength tended to live longer, spend more years able to dress, bathe, and move around alone, have fewer serious falls. Think of David, a 79-year-old from Yorkshire. One afternoon, he was making a sandwich and reached for a jar of pickles. He twisted the lid, and nothing happened. He tried again. His hand shook slightly. His first thought was, "I'm just getting old. This is what happens." But then he paused. Instead of giving up, he took it as a signal, not a sentence. At his next appointment, he talked with his doctor. They checked his health and then referred him to a simple strength program. David started light strength exercises with small dumbbells and resistance bands, practicing standing up from a chair without using his hands, doing a slow sit-to-stand 5 to 10 times in a row, once or twice a day. The first week, it was hard. His legs trembled and he felt a bit silly, but he stuck with it. 6 months later, he noticed 3 changes. Jars were easier to open. Climbing stairs felt more secure. Getting in and out of the car didn't scare him anymore. Muscle strength is not about building big, bulky muscles. It's about keeping the engine of your body working, helping you walk, helping you lift and carry, helping you catch yourself if you trip, helping you stay independent. If you feel yourself getting weaker, even small changes can help protect your future. Chair practice. Sit and stand from a sturdy chair 5 to 10 times a day. Hand practice. Gently squeeze a softball or roll towel while watching TV. Wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall, place your hands on it, and gently push in and out. Remember, every small effort is a vote for your future strength. You're telling your body, "I still need you. Don't shut down yet." Sign 3, your social circle and connection. The third sign is how connected you are to other people. Loneliness is not just a sad feeling. It poses a significant health risk, comparable to many physical risk factors. Some research suggests that long-term loneliness can be as harmful as smoking many cigarettes a day. It can increase the risk of heart disease, depression, and even dementia. Let's imagine Nora, a 76-year-old widow living in Melbourne. After her husband passed away, the house felt too quiet. At first, she told herself she enjoyed the peace. She stayed home most days, watching TV, scrolling through her phone, and speaking to almost no one. As months passed, her sleep worsened, her appetite dropped, minor health problems felt huge. She started to think, no one really needs me now. One day, her daughter gently insisted she try a local seniors walking group. Nora refused at first. She said she had nothing to say and didn't want to be with strangers. But eventually, just to please her daughter, she went. The first time, she strolled at the back, saying very little. But people smiled at her, asked her simple questions. How long have you lived here? Do you have grandchildren? What do you like to cook? Week after week, as she strolled around the park, chatting about the weather, her grandkids, and recipes, her mood began to shift. She laughed more, slept better, started cooking again, felt less pain in her body, even saw her blood pressure improve. Strong social ties, including friends, family, community groups, a church, or club, are potent predictors of a longer life and better health. You don't need a large circle. Even 2 or 3 reliable connections you see or call regularly can make a big difference. Ask yourself, do I have people I can talk to when I'm worried? Do I see or call someone most days, even briefly? When was the last time I made a new friend or joined a new group? If your circle is small right now, consider one small step. A weekly phone call with an old friend, joining a local class or club, volunteering one morning a week, saying hello to the same neighbor each day, and building slow, steady trust. Connection doesn't always happen quickly, especially if you've been hurt or disappointed. But human beings are not meant to live completely alone. Your heart, your brain, and even your immune system respond to companionship. Connection keeps the inner spark of life burning longer. Sign 4, your attitude and sense of purpose. The fourth sign is something you can't see on a scan or measure with blood tests. Your attitude toward aging and your sense of purpose. What do you say to yourself about getting older? If your inner voice often says, "I'm finished. I'm just a burden now. Nothing I do matters anymore," then it's very easy to move less, try less, and withdraw from life. That can slowly become a self-fulfilling prophecy. On the other hand, older adults who view aging as a new chapter, a time to share wisdom, enjoy relationships, and continue contributing, often live longer and stay healthier, even when they have medical problems. Consider Tom, 72, from a small town in the U.S. When he retired, people said, "Enjoy your freedom." But for a year, he felt lost. The days stretched ahead, empty. He thought, "My useful years are over. No one needs me now." He watched a lot of TV, slept late, and snacked out of boredom, slowly feeling weaker and more anxious. One day, his grandson wheeled in a bike with a flat tire and asked, "Grandpa, can you teach me how to fix this?" Something woke up inside Tom. He realized he still had skills, stories, and patience to offer. The following week, he helped a neighbor's child, then another. Soon, he started a small bike repair club in his neighborhood, teaching kids on Saturday mornings. His back still hurt sometimes. He still took blood pressure tablets. But his eyes were brighter, his shoulders were less slumped, and he felt needed. Purpose doesn't have to be grand or public. It can be quiet and simple. Caring for a pet, tending a garden, helping at a church or a community center, reading to children at a library, calling someone who lives alone, praying daily for your family and your community. Ask yourself, what makes my day feel meaningful? Who benefits from me being here? Where do I still have something to give? Time, experience, kindness? A strong sense of purpose is one of the quiet signs that your life still has many valuable miles left. It tells your body and mind, we are still part of the story. We still matter. Sign 5, your sleep and recovery. The fifth sign is how well you sleep and how well you recover from stress or illness. You don't need perfect sleep. Very few people have that at any age. But long-term patterns of abysmal sleep can affect your memory, mood, immune system, heart and blood pressure. And how quickly you recover from a cold, a fall, or a stressful event tells us a lot about your body's reserves, your inner backup energy. Imagine Margaret, 78, from the UK. For months, she'd been waking up every night at 2 or 3 a.m. She would lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about bills, her health, and her children. Sometimes she reached for her phone and read worrying news. During the day, she felt foggy in her thinking, unsteady on her feet, too tired to cook properly. A minor infection that once would have passed in a few days now kept her tired for weeks. At her appointment, her doctor didn't just hand her a sleeping pill. They talked about her evening routine. Margaret began to turn off the news and phone at least an hour before bed, have a warm, non-caffeinated drink, use softer lighting, and minimize the use of bright screens. Do gentle stretching or slow breathing. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time each day. The change wasn't instant. However, over the course of a couple of months, she slept longer stretches, woke up less frequently, and felt less anxious in the mornings. When she caught a slight cold later that year, she noticed she recovered more quickly than before. Her body finally had the chance to repair itself at night. Good sleep helps your body repair cells, balance hormones, clean waste products from the brain, calm the nervous system, and a body that recovers steadily, even if not instantly, is more likely to handle the challenges of the next decade. If your sleep is poor, start with small changes. Create a calmer evening routine. Limit caffeine in the afternoon and evening. Keep your bedroom cooler, darker, and quieter. Talk with your doctor if pain, restless legs, or worry keep you awake. You don't need to chase perfect sleep. Aim for better sleep, one small habit at a time. Sign 6, your daily movement, not just exercise. The sixth sign is how much you move in an ordinary day, not just whether you exercise. You don't have to run, go to the gym, or join a class to live longer. But long stretches of sitting, hours in front of the TV or computer, are linked with higher risks of heart disease, diabetes, blood clots, earlier death, even in people who do one big workout a week. Think of John, 81, from Sydney. He used to say, "I walk once a week, that's enough." On Sundays, he would walk around the park with a friend, which was good. But for most of the week, he sat in his armchair watching TV, only getting up for meals or the bathroom. At a routine visit, a nurse gently explained, "Your body doesn't just care about one big walk. It cares about what you do most of the time." She suggested a simple idea. Set a timer every 30 to 40 minutes. When it rings, stand up and move for just 2 to 3 minutes. John decided to try. Every time the timer went off, he would march gently in place during TV adverts, walk a lap around his living room, put away a few dishes, stretch his arms overhead, and roll his shoulders. It didn't feel like exercise. It felt like little snacks of movement. Over time, his legs felt stronger. His ankles were less swollen. His blood sugar numbers improved. He felt less stiff when he got out of bed. What matters is regular movement throughout the day, standing up often, walking short distances, doing light housework, gardening, stretching your arms, neck, and legs, walking while you talk on the phone. Your body is designed for movement, not long-term parking. Every small bit tells your body, "We are still using this machine. Keep it in working order." Sign 7. How you handle health problems and checkups. The 7th sign isn't whether you have health problems. It's how you handle them. Many people over 70 live with health conditions: high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, thyroid issues. These conditions do not automatically decide how long you'll live. What matters is whether they are ignored or managed. Let's look at 2 neighbors, both 75 years old. Peter says, "I don't want to know. I hate doctors. What will be, will be." He skips appointments, forgets or refuses to take his medication, never asks questions, hides symptoms because he doesn't want bad news. On the outside, he might seem tough or laid back, but his risks climb quietly in the background. Alan, the same age, also has blood pressure and cholesterol issues. He goes to his checkups, takes his medication as advised, tells his doctor when something feels different, asks simple, honest questions if he doesn't understand, makes modest improvements to his food and movement. He doesn't chase every new health trend online. He just cooperates with his health team and does what he can at his own pace. Over 5 to 10 years, whose body do you think is better supported? Being proactive, even modestly and realistically, is a strong indication that you may live longer and with a better quality of life. You don't have to be perfect or brave. You just need to stay engaged, keep your important appointments, take your medications as advised, or discuss alternatives if you experience side effects. Ask your doctor to explain things in simple language. That's their job. Tell your healthcare team if anything changes: new pain, weakness, confusion, or shortness of breath. Think of your health team as partners, not judges. You are not in trouble if something is wrong. You are deserving of help. Your willingness to team up with your healthcare providers is one of the most evident signs that you're giving your future self the best chance. Now that we've walked through these 7 signs, your walking speed, your strength and grip, your social connections, your attitude and purpose, your sleep and recovery, your daily movement, how you handle health problems. Take a quiet moment and ask yourself, which of these signs look strong in my life right now? Which one needs a little love and attention? If I had to choose just one small change to start with, what would it be? You don't need to fix everything at once. You don't need to become a different person. Even choosing one small step, a short daily walk, a weekly phone call, a more peaceful evening routine, finally booking that checkup, doing a few chair stands each day, can begin to tilt your future in a better direction. Growing older does not mean giving up. It means embracing new opportunities. It means adjusting, listening to your body, and choosing again and again to care for the body, mind, and spirit that have carried you this far. Idel, hope to hear from you. Which sign surprised you the most? Which one are you going to work on this week? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience may encourage someone else who is watching and feeling alone. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member over 60 or 70 years old. You never know whose life might be gently changed by a few simple, hopeful truths. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. Take care, move gently, and remember, every small choice you make today, it is a quiet gift to your future self.